Well, today I have the fabulous Cindy Groenewald from Morebo with me, and she's talking to me about why they've decided to get involved with our Burnout to Brilliance Women's Day event. But what's making me more curious is the woman behind the brand, the woman behind the corporate veneer. This is why we do what we do. We want to connect with real women. We want to make a difference in women's lives. So, Cindy, it's great to have you with us today. It's great to be chatting to get to know you. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's great getting to know all of you ladies. A fantastic opportunity for us to showcase who we are, what we're about, and yes, um, stepping behind the brand, behind the corporate sort of curtain, and what makes me as a person tick, not necessarily everybody else. I think everybody has their own personalities. Um, I am probably the most non-financial executive financial planner there is. Um, I'm relationship driven, I'm person driven, individual driven, and I
Mm,
love working with women because I feel that, especially in this field, women are left behind.
mm,
I see it so often. I
mm,
work in a lot of corporate sort of environments, and it doesn't matter if you're talking to the tea lady or to the director. I feel that they are still being dominated by their spouse, or they've got no clue when it comes to their own finance. Everyone is chasing this this rat race, this expectation of being fantastic all the time. You have to be on
yes.
top of being an amazing mother. You have to be on top of your career. You have to be on top of just everything. And we're trying to uphold this. And we just go, and we are burning out. All right. And I've
Mm,
had that in my own personal experience. And that is what resonated me to this. And that was
mm,
sort of the drive behind this because I feel that it's a story I would like to share.
mm.
Everyone has a story, and I feel that everyone is very afraid to share that story.
Oh, you're so right, Cindy. And you kind of dropped me right in there because as women, um, we subscribe to this ideal, like you say, juggling all of the things, and we've got to keep it all together, and we don't talk about how we feel like we're falling apart or like we're burning out. And that's where shame enters the equation. And for me, that is, this tension between desire and shame. I want what I want, but what would I want if I wasn't ashamed of it? And if I didn't feel like I was good enough, what would I be able to do? But I don't feel like I'm good enough. And it's this whole interplay that we're always juggling with. So I
Yes,
love that you resonate with that because I think this needs to become a conversation. We can't shy away from it.
most definitely not. Most definitely
Mm,
not.
mm.
Everybody seems to, everyone has balls up in the air. Everybody has
Yes,
balls up in the air. I have balls up in the air, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm always petrified that one of those balls is going to drop
yes.
and that I'm going to lose control, you know, and I mean, that petrifies me. We live in this state
Mm,
of
mm.
anxiety and just go, and it shouldn't be like that. We
It
should be
shouldn't.
enjoying every aspect. We should be bringing a
Absolutely.
balance.
You're so right. You're so right. But you know what? I have to just kind of bounce back to when you started that conversation and you said we've all got balls up in the air. I was about to go, we've all got balls?
Most definitely. Bigger
That
ones. We
too,
should.
right? But to come back to balls, in the air, that is, those balls. I heard someone once say that I want you to imagine all the balls that you're juggling. All of them are rubber, but there's one glass ball. The glass ball is the one that you don't drop. Guess which one that is?
You.
That's your health. So, yes, it is
Yes.
you, but it's your health. And how many times don't we push everything as women to the expense of our health? And that's where burnout and fatigue and exhaustion and all of these things start coming in.
Exactly. And that's sort of one of the biggest parts of what I want to talk about is you
Mm.
are your biggest asset because
Mm.
without you, there is nothing else.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love your talk title, by the way. Give it to me again.
So it is from burnout to balance. Your greatest asset, you.
Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I think it fits in so seamlessly with the order of the day. We've structured the day to be this transformational arc. So really, really excited to be listening to you as well.
Yes. So tell me about your version of from burnout to brilliance and what makes you tick and what makes you feel that this resonates so deeply with you.
Mm. Cindy, is it only 2 years ago? I think it's only 2 years ago. I had, and you know what, before I go into that, I need to just say life is a series of awakenings. We have an awakening, we kind of balance into it, we learn the new stuff. We're like, oh, okay, so this is the new me, got it, floating, getting there. And then there's another awakening, and life is this peaks and dips, right?
Mm,
But some awakening experiences are like on steroids, and others are a little bit smaller. So I
mm.
had one on steroids 2 years ago. I think it's 2 years ago, maybe three, 2023, 24, 24. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway,
Yes.
well, there you go. But for me, this was a sexual awakening. But what I really learned out of this sexual awakening is that I'd been carrying shame for 40 years and I didn't realize it. And this is what led me to study this tension between shame and desire. And when I talk about a sexual awakening, our sexual energy is our life force energy. And desire
Yeah.
is life force, right? So we can
Yeah.
talk about sexual desire, but we can talk about desire for life because desire is the thing that pulls you towards this is what I want. This is the legacy I want to build. This is so this subject absolutely captivates me, but it was a raw and real and poignant experience to the extent that I pivoted my business 180 degrees. I
Oh,
pivoted my
wow.
personal life 180 degrees. Just before I had this awakening, my son is very well, 69-year-old in a 29-year-old's body, actually.
Okay, so an old soul.
But yes, but just before I had this awakening, he said to me, Mom, you need to work with women. I think you've got a gift for women. And I said to him, Oh, hell no, baby. I don't get on with women. I work better with men. And I have
Yeah.
always worked better with men. I have always had better relationships with men. But then I went through
Yeah.
this experience and suddenly I had this heart for women because I understood the stuff that I had kept locked away inside me for so long. And I saw it
Yes.
reflected in the eyes of every single woman I've ever worked with. And that's the stuff that breaks my heart. That's the stuff that gets me out of bed in the morning. So that's why I burn out to brilliance, because anything I can do to change a woman's life, to challenge a woman's idea of, are you accepting the status quo? Or is this what you want for your life? That's the stuff that fires me up.
That is powerful. I have to say, very, very powerful.
Mm. Oh, girl, I think we're going to have some very big sparks in this room.
I do feel the same. I do feel the same. I'm very, very, very excited about
Oh,
what this day
lovely.
is going to bring, or
Mm.
both days are going to bring to Johannesburg and Cape Town. I think this has been it's such a different event to be involved in.
Yeah,
And I think that every woman should be there.
I agree. I absolutely agree. And again, you know what? I love this conversation because you're just giving me like lead ins to things that I want to talk about. And that's always a
Yeah.
great organic conversation. But the four of us came together, myself, Claire, Joni, five of us, myself, Claire, Joni, Carolyn, Erin. And we came together and came up with this idea for this event. And all of us love collaborating, right? So it's a no-brainer not to collaborate. But the more we planned this event, the more we were like, And as speakers, we see this so often, especially when you do a keynote. You walk in, you get the energy high, you get everyone inspired, and everyone walks out of the room and thinks, yes, I'm ready to change my life. And they crash and burn in 2 or 3 days. And nothing
Yes,
ever
back to
changes.
the life the way it was.
Exactly, exactly. So as much as I love standing on stage, and all of us do, we really enjoy it.
Mm.
We bring a good message. We kept coming back to, but we've got to build this transformational arc into the journey, right? So we've got the event. 21st of August to 28th of August, morning event. We're going to do the rah-rah thing, and you're going to walk out and be like, yeah, I'm all fired up. Then there's going to be no crash and burn.
Now that is something we can work with.
Exactly, exactly. So what we're planning is we're planning to include, drumroll please, da, 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 da. We're going to be throwing in a 4-week masterclass. So
Oh,
for
that is
four
fantastic.
weeks after the event, you're going to get to spend, every attendee is going to get to spend an hour online with each of us where we go deeper. And then we're going to start integrating the learning and making sure that this transformation is something that sticks, that sustains.
Very, very powerful and very exciting. I
I
cannot
know.
wait. I cannot
No.
wait. I think we will all fit together like this beautiful
Mm.
puzzle because we're really all coming together from different aspects and becoming, it's like a holistic
Yeah,
day. We're covering
absolutely.
all sides
Mm.
of a
Mm.
woman's health.
Very exciting. So if there was a woman who was second guessing whether she has the time, the means, the resources, the capacity to attend this event, what would you say to her?
Invest in yourself.
Mm.
Take the time, take the leave, put it in.
Mm.
Take the time for you
Yeah.
because I believe that by doing that, by becoming a better version of yourself, by investing in yourself, you are able to pour out of a fuller cup. Going back 10 years, I had climbed and I was up there and I had so much going on and I just fell. And my body was just like, you know what, you're exhausted. Okay. I didn't want to hear it. And eventually my body just started crashing on me. It was quite hilarious. And I
Mm.
took years to come back. So for me, um, anything that I can say, well, one of the only things I say to women is invest in yourself. Take the time for you. You will be a better employee or
Mm.
employer. You will
Yeah.
be a better mother. You will be a better friend. You will be a
Mm.
better daughter
Mm.
because you have taken that small amount of time
Sure.
to invest in yourself.
That's so true. And I read such an interesting statistic the other day. It says that it takes anywhere from 1 to 3 years to recover from burnout.
Most definitely. And sometimes even longer. It depends what you as a woman
Absolutely.
have been dealing with.
Correct. Correct. Absolutely.
We definitely keep taking on.
Mm.
I think when you hit a certain level, you just say yes
Mm.
because you're on that drive and you're wanting to climb higher and you're wanting to, I don't know, it almost becomes like an addiction if you want to say,
That's
but
it.
you don't realize by saying yes constantly what your insides are saying
That's
and
it.
how it's being portrayed.
That's
You know,
absolutely it. And let's be honest, fundamentally, as women, we are nurturers. We are about connection, collaboration, communication, nurturing. We're about the tribe, right?
yeah,
Which means that we default to people pleasing. So
yes,
everything we're saying yes to, at what cost? At what cost? At what cost? So I come back
most
to what you
definitely.
said a moment ago about filling your cup. We have to be able to pour from a full cup. And Cindy, I'll never forget when I first started studying meditation. Someone said to me, when you have the busiest day ahead of you and you don't have time to meditate and you cannot afford the 5 extra minutes or whatever it is, that's the time you have to take the time.
Yes.
So I think that is a good parting message. If you feel like you don't have the time, the energy, the resources, the capacity for this, that means you have to be here.
Most definitely. And I mean, I'm bringing the financial aspect of it to the party. And I believe that that is such a huge part of a woman's well-being because
Mm.
it's something that she carries. I find more and more that the woman is the main breadwinner in the house, in the home. And that has become, that is a massive weight to carry,
Mm.
and
Absolutely.
um, I you just need to learn how to balance all of these different aspects that we're all bringing to the table to be healthy because
Mm.
financial stress is probably the same as traumatic stress,
You're
if
right.
not worse. It
You're
keeps you
right.
up at night.
It does. It does. Well, folks, that is Cindy Groenewald from Morebo, one of the sponsors of From Burnout to Brilliance. Do come and join us. 21st of August in Cape Town, 28th of August in Johannesburg. We will see you there.